Lexus has never exactly been the best company when it comes to making three-row SUVs. Its recent attempts like the LX and GX have felt very lackluster, and the third row was largely unusable. Well, that may not be the case anymore, as Lexus has just announced the release of the TX, a three-row luxury SUV that promises to be practical, powerful, and comfortable all at once. In this video, we'll give you a rundown of everything you need to know about the TX, so you can decide whether it's really worth the hype. Starting off with the exterior design, you'll probably find the whole look very familiar. And if you didn't know that we were looking at a Lexus, you might just think that this video was all about the Toyota Grand Highlander. Seriously, the resemblance is crazy. The entire shell is virtually one for one, and the wheels and window designs are nearly identical. However, as you do take a closer look, you'll notice quite a few design changes that have helped the TX to look like a model of its own. For instance, the exterior lines have been softened for a more refined look, and Lexus has also gone for a partial floating roof design. You're also getting a very Lexus-y grille and sleeker headlights that bleed into the grille. The TX looks fine from the outside, and it definitely screams luxury, but it's not going to blow anyone away either. Luckily, things get a lot better on the inside. The cabin feels extremely luxurious, thanks to a minimal black design and leather coating on the seats and armrests. Lexus has never failed to impress when it comes to simple elegance, but the TX really takes this to another level. But the TX isn't just a pretty face, she's practical too. The cabin is full of innovative little storage bins that will come in handy during longer journeys, and when you need 101 different items handy all at once. And being based on the Highlander, trunk space isn't going to be an issue either. As for amenities, you're getting a power-adjustable steering column, power-adjustable front seats, heated front seats, and ambient interior lighting, all as standard. Beyond this, you can opt for other luxuries like a heated steering wheel. Of course, the main selling point of the TX is that third row. This is something that Lexus has always struggled to get right with previous SUVs, but the story is completely different for the TX. That third row is spacious, practical, and will easily hold two children, and you could even probably get a couple of adults in there, although it would be a squeeze. These seats are likewise covered in leather and actually feel like a part of the TX, rather than just an afterthought. If you're not fussed about seating 7, you can also optionally change out the second row to a set of captain's chairs for increased comfort, not to mention a bit of passenger separation. And if you're a parent with a couple of kids, I'm sure I don't even need to say how important this can be at times. So, the TX is ticking the practicality and comfort boxes, but what kind of infotainment does it offer? Well, the infotainment system is pleasantly surprising. Slap bang in the center of the dash, you'll find a 14-inch infotainment touchscreen, housing all of the basics like music and sat-nav. This is surprisingly responsive, and at 14 inches feels very expensive. Then, just behind the steering wheel, you'll also receive a 12.3-inch digital gauge display, which you can customize to your fancy to get literally all the driver information you could think of. Other standard infotainment amenities include a wireless charger, in-dash navigation, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The speakers are also pretty decent. Safety equipment is also incredibly important, especially for an SUV intended for family use. Lexus is aware of this and has fitted the TX with a plethora of impressive safety features as standard. For instance, you're getting automated emergency braking with pedestrian detection, standard lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, and standard adaptive cruise control with lane centering all as standard. These kinds of features are so much more important than the 0 to 60 time in a car like this, but it's great to see Lexus offering such high-quality safety equipment as standard. Speaking of the 0 to 60 time, let's pop open the hood of the Lexus TX and see what's powering this thing. But before we do, make sure to drop this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on the latest car releases, news, and stories. So, the 2024 TX actually comes with 3 different powertrain options. Entry-level models will come equipped with a turbocharged 2.4-litre 4-cylinder engine producing 275 horsepower, which is delivered via an 8-speed automatic transmission. You can choose to send this power to all 4 wheels or the front wheels only. For an entry-level engine, this is actually really impressive, and even with the full cabin, you're not going to feel underpowered often. If you do want a little more kick, you can opt for a hybrid assist setup, which ups the horsepower to 366, sending this power to all 4 wheels. This is a very nice setup, and the 6-speed transmission will help you churn through the road with ease. Your final option is a 3.5-litre V6 engine coupled to a hybrid system. Together, this system produces a whopping 404 horsepower, which is delivered to all four wheels. This is by far the quickest option and will get you to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds. Two of the models using this engine come with an F-Sport package consisting of suspension and handling upgrades. While these numbers are great, the most important performance aspect of a family 3-row SUV like the TX is almost always going to be the ride. You're not going to be breaking any speed records with 5 kids in the back, but you are going to get an earful of complaints every 5 minutes if you can feel every bump in the road. Unfortunately, there is an issue here. The standard trims are extremely comfortable thanks to the softer suspension, but models sporting the F-Sport trim have a different suspension setup, which helps with performance but completely kills the ride. Honestly, it's hard to understand what Lexus was thinking here. People don't exactly go for a 3-row SUV for speed and power, right? Ride is always going to be more important, and the fact that you can spend more money and get a worse ride is so ridiculous. Luckily, the easy solution is just to stay away from the F-Sport trims if you're concerned with ride comfort over anything else. You'll also end up saving money. The only other problem with the TX's powertrain is the lack of a fully electric option. Electric is becoming the norm, and the fact that Lexus isn't offering customers a full EV option may drive some into the arms of another company, like Tesla, Mercedes, or Volvo. Still, in the grand scheme of things, this is a pretty minor complaint. In terms of fuel economy, the TX is solid, but nothing special. The entry-level trims will be good for 21 miles per gallon in the city and 26 miles per gallon on the highway. Then the 366 horsepower hybrid variant should be able to hit 27 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway. You can expect similar results with the V6 variant, though figures are yet to be released. With the hybrid varieties, you should also be able to drive around for about 33 miles on electric-only power before needing to recharge. Again, this is a very standard figure, which isn't going to blow you away. So, how much is all of this going to cost you? Well, prices start at $55,050, going all the way up to about $80,000. For most people, the standard model isn't going to offer enough, and the luxury trim is probably too much to justify. A good middle ground is the TX 350 Luxury, which will set you back just under $61,000. At this price range, there are quite a few different competitors to go for. For instance, you can grab a 2024 Infiniti QX60 Lux AWD for around $57,000. This option offers excellent off-road capabilities and plenty of space in the cabin. Another great competitor to the TX is the 2024 Mazda CX-90 PHEV, which also starts at the $50,000 mark. This thing is an excellent all-rounder hybrid with a beautiful interior, an excellent powertrain, and all-wheel drive standard. So, how does the TX hold up against these competitors? To put it lightly, very well. All in all, the TX is so much more luxurious than its direct competition, has a better cabin, and is just a bit more practical than other options. So, if you're looking for an all-round workhorse, the Lexus TX will absolutely be able to deliver. Ultimately, the 2024 Lexus TX is clearly worth the hype. This thing looks the part on the inside and out, performs excellently, and also comes with the practicality that most buyers will be after. If you're looking for an all-around family car in that $60,000 range, the TX should absolutely be at the top of your list. You're not going to feel underpowered on the road, short of space in the back, or out of amenities in the driver's seat. Honestly, this car ticks all the boxes. What are your thoughts on the 2024 Lexus TX? Does it represent good value for money, or do other brands offer better quality for a cheaper price? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for all things car related. And on that note, I'll see you in the next one.